What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back with another video. And today I got my top 5 NBA Prize Picks player props for the day. And before we get in this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below and give this video a big thumbs up for the 6-1 NBA run that we are currently on. We are getting so close to 3,000 subscribers, so go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you are already subscribed, like this video because that will push this content out to more and more new subscribers to find the channel and everything like that. And I'm trying to hit 3K subs by the end of the week, by Sunday at midnight, before it becomes Monday and everything like that. And then, yeah, guys, we're on a 6-1 NBA run, 5-0 sweep 2 days ago, 1-1 day yesterday. Klay Thompson is on the banned list officially. Chet cash, Chet points, rebounds cash, but Klay Thompson points absolutely didn't come close. He shot 1 of 11 from the field. Klay Thompson's horrible. Never betting on him again. But yeah, guys, before we get in this video, if you want to support me as well as get access to a site like no other, then sign up to Soet today to get my plays before the bumps. Make sure they get them in before the bumps. As you can see, I post them on Soet early. But Soet is like paying for a premium Discord, but you're getting 70 plus people's premium Discords. As you can see here, guys, you guys just scroll through your feed and you have all these individual pieces of content from different content creators every single day. And there's really nothing like Soet. There's nothing on the market that gives you the same value that Soet gives you. And I promise you, if you do join Soet, you will be profitable long term for sure. And as you can see here, when you go to profile, you can see my individual profile, and you can do that with any creator. You can just check their individual profile as well as scroll through your For You page. So it's 100% worth it. It's an awesome, awesome sports betting tool that you guys can take advantage of today. And to sign up for Soet, click the top link in the description to my link tree, and then Soet is the top link in my link tree. But without further ado, guys, let's get into these top 5 plays because I got 5 plays that are going to make us some money today and 5 plays that are going to make us profitable. So let's get into it, and let's go back-to-back sweeps when I drop the 5 plays. So first off, I got Giannis Antetokounmpo over 30.5 points versus the Hornets. He's had 35 plus in 3 straight games. The Hornets allow the second most points per game to power forwards in the entire NBA. The Hornets allow the highest field goal percentage in the NBA to power forwards. The Hornets have the worst defense in the NBA. Game should be extremely fast-paced. With Giannis here, we know that this is my favorite play on the board, honestly. This really is. But with Giannis here, we know he's going to be aggressive. He's facing off against a Hornets team that's absolutely horrible defensively. The Bucks are really bad defensively as well. They rank 6th worst in defense. So this game should be extremely fast-paced, up and down constantly. And that always leads to more Giannis buckets because we know how dominant he is. He's been on an absolute tear as of late, too, 35 plus in 3 straight, like I said. Giannis, this could be a spot where he goes for 50 tonight. And I'm not exaggerating. I really think this could be a spot where Giannis goes for 50. I love this line tonight. So Giannis Antetokounmpo over 30.5 points versus the Hornets is my first play of the day. Next up, I got Devin Booker over 6.5 assists versus the Jazz. He's over this line in 2 of the 3 games this season. He had 8 and 13 assists in the 2 games he went over. The Jazz allow the second most assists per game to point guards in the NBA. Now, I know somebody in the comments, if I don't go over this, is going to be like, point guards. Devin Booker is the point guard of the Suns now. If you watch basketball, he's the point guard. They don't have a point guard. Devin Booker is the point guard, and he's taken on a huge facilitating role this season. Only game he went under was his last game. He only played 26 minutes. Likely would be over in all 3 if he played his normal minutes, but the reason he only played 26 minutes was a blowout. Game shouldn't be a blowout tonight. The Jazz are extremely competitive, and the Suns just aren't that great of a team, honestly, right now. They don't have the depth to really blow teams out. They're kind of like the Lakers. Like, the Lakers have won a good amount of games. Same with the Suns. Like, they haven't been bad, like, record-wise, but they're not really blowing teams out exactly. And then Booker has shown new playmaking abilities that should let him soar over this line tonight. I don't think this line's really close tonight. I think Booker goes over this with ease. So Devin Booker over 6.5 assists versus the Jazz is my second play of the day. Next up, I got Trae Young over 34.5 points plus assists versus the Sixers. Now, Young obviously is an up and down player, but I think this is a great spot for him tonight. The 76ers allow the 11th most points per game to point guards in the NBA. They allow the 7th most assists per game to point guards in the NBA. They allow the 8th most three-pointers made to point guards, which obviously is beneficial here as Trae Young is an extremely high-volume three-point shooter. He's over this line in 8 of his last 13 versus the 76ers as well. So Young has been extremely efficient at covering this line versus the Sixers. We just saw Halliburton dominate the Sixers. The Sixers 2 games in a row. Young should be able to dominate this matchup as well. Expect Trae Young to have a huge game tonight. I mean, seriously, Tyrese Halliburton dominated the Sixers. And I know Tyrese Halliburton at this point is probably a better player than Trae Young, but they're very similar in terms of the ball is constantly in their hands and they have the opportunity to go off. So I really like this for Trae Young. And Trae Young over 34.5 points plus assists versus the Sixers is my third play of the day. Next up, I got Paolo Banchero over 27.5 points plus rebounds versus the Bulls. The Bulls allow the 5th most points per game to power forwards in the entire NBA. The Bulls allow the most rebounds per game in the NBA to power forwards this season. So obviously, this is a great matchup for Banchero. He didn't go over in his last game out, which was versus the Bulls when he played them the other night, but he shot 4 of 12 and started off 1 for 9, and he ended with 26 points plus rebounds. So he was still extremely close to covering. Tonight, I expect a much better performance from him, and I expect him to be more aggressive throughout the game because he's not going to get off to a 1 for 9 start. And that 1 for 9 start really is why he wasn't really aggressive till the end of the game. So Banchero over 27.5 points plus rebounds. Love this spot for him. And that's my fourth play of the day. Next up, for the fifth and final play, I got De'Aaron Fox over 35.5 points plus assists versus the Spurs. The Spurs are allowing the most points per game in the NBA to point guards this season. The Spurs are allowing the 5th most assists per game to point guards in the NBA this season. The Spurs have the 2nd worst defense in the entire NBA this season. The Spurs allow the highest field goal percentage in the NBA to point guards. He should be able to feast no matter what in this matchup. Spurs have not been good as well. However, they have been competitive and they have kept most games close. We know the Spurs haven't been good. We know they just haven't done anything really good defensively, but they have been a little bit competitive, so I don't think they're going to absolutely blow the Spurs out, and Fox won't play 30-plus minutes. And I think if he plays 30-plus minutes, he covers this line tonight because the Spurs are absolutely atrocious versus point guards. They allow the 5th most assists per game as well, like I said. And it's just a great matchup for Fox. So I think Fox, who's an extremely efficient player already, facing off against a team that allows the highest field goal percentage in the NBA to point guards, he should absolutely go off tonight. I love this line. So De'Aaron Fox over 35.5 points plus assists versus the Spurs is my fifth and final play. So those were my top 5 NBA Prize Picks player props for the day. If you enjoyed this video and you do want to see more from me, like I said, subscribe to the channel for this 6-1 run. Give this video a big thumbs up for this 6-1 run. And we're getting so close to 3,000 subscribers, so tell your mom to subscribe, tell your grandpa, tell your grandma, whoever. Tell them to subscribe to Fields Focus because we're getting so close to 3K, like I said. Sign up for Soet today. Join the best sports betting community in the world. You can do that by clicking the top link in the description to my link tree, and then Soet is the top link in my link tree. But without further ado, guys, can't thank you all enough for the support, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.